Well, this is a question you'll probably ask yourself tomorrow night when you follow another hilarious misadventure of Throckmorton P. Gildersleeve. Yes, Gildy's eye for the ladies and his impulsive temperament managed to entangle him in a web of riotous circumstances. Be sure to join the romantic water commissioner, his neighbors, Judge Hooker, Mr. Peavy, and all the loyal Gildersleeve household as they romp through another episode of The Great Gildersleeve tomorrow night. And now stay tuned for X-1 on NBC.
X-1 salutes our Philadelphia station. Its new call letters, WRCV.
Countdown for blast-off. X-5, 4, 3, 2, X-1, fire. From the far horizons of the unknown come transcribed tales of new dimensions in time and space. These are stories of the future, adventures in which you'll live in a million could-be years on 1,000 maybe worlds. The National Broadcasting Company, in cooperation with Galaxy Science Fiction Magazine, presents X-1.
Tonight's story, Skulking Permit, by Robert Sheckley. August 16th, year 2204. 2. Central Colonial Administrative Authority, Alpha Centauri Sector. From Colonial Contact Inspector 37. Subject, Planet New Delaware. Following the procedure outlined in manual for contact with lost colonies, open communication by interstellar radio with New Delaware. This is the first contact established in 200 years. And proceeding on overdrive for personal investigation. Situation on New Delaware appears unconventional, to say the least.
Hi there. Hi, Billy.
Hi, Tom. Got no time for talking this morning. Got to get this sign up.
It's a real pretty sign. No aliens allowed within city limits. What's an alien?
Beats me. The mayor told me to put it up. He says to me, Billy Painter, you're chief of police, so I want you to paint me a big sign and set it right in front of the town hall.
Aliens. Aliens. Oh, it's a real pretty word.
Billy Painter, I thought I told you.
Take it easy, Mayor. I put the sign up.
It's not that, it's the church.
I painted it just like you told me.
I know, but you painted it wrong.
I painted that church with a nice bright red. What's wrong with that?
I looked it up. It's a little red schoolhouse, not church house. Churches are supposed to be white.
Can't keep track of them all. Schoolhouse, church house, jail, post office. Got along fine enough in New Delaware for 200 years without them.
I know, but we need them now, and we haven't got much time. Where are the carpenter boys?
I saw Sam and Marv over at Ed Beer's Tavern.
Well, Billy, you go down there and tell them that they've got to build us a little schoolhouse, and you paint it red. It's very important.
Mayor, when do I get a police chief badge? I read that a police chief always gets a badge.
Make yourself one. Now go on.
All right, then.
Oh, it sure is hot here. I don't know why the inspector couldn't have come in winter. Oh, Tom Fisher.
Yeah.
Tom, I've got a job for you, a very important job.
Well, now, look, Mayor, I'm on vacation. Fish won't be back in these waters.
No vacation, not now. He's due any day. Tom, how would you like to be a criminal?
I don't know. What's a criminal?
Well, come over to my house and I'll explain. I've got to appoint a criminal, and it looks to me like you're it. You don't mind sitting right next to the interstellar radio, do you? I'm waiting for a call.
Thought that thing was broken.
No, it wasn't broken. My father told me always to leave the monitor on recording in case. Just didn't seem to be anybody calling, not for 200 years. Not since that war back on Earth. Oh, it's time now. You just listen to them. They said that they would call just at this time.
New Delaware, do you hear me? New Delaware, come in immediately.
Yes, we hear you. He's very touching.
This is Colonial Inspector 37. As I told you in my broadcast yesterday, there's been no contact with the outer colonies for some centuries due to unsettled conditions here. But that's over, except for a little mopping up. Now, New Delaware is still a colony of Earth and subject to her laws. Do you acknowledge that status?
Oh, yes. We called a town meeting last night and talked it all over. We're still loyal to Earth.
Excellent. That saves us the trouble of sending an expeditionary force to reconquer you. However, as Colonial Contact Inspector, I will be obliged to make a personal investigation to make sure that you conform fully to the customs, institutions, and traditions of Imperial Earth.
Imperial? That's funny. All the books talk about Earth as a united democracy.
Well, a lot can change in 200 years. And, of course, there's been a war.
Do you hear me, New Delaware?
Oh, yes. Yes, sir. We hear you.
You realize, of course, there is room for only one intelligent species in the universe. Man. All others must be suppressed, wiped out. We can tolerate no aliens. I'm sure you understand, General.
I'm not a general. I'm a mayor.
You're in charge, aren't you?
Yes.
Then you're a general. I'll be sure you're running an Earth colony, General, with no radical departures from the norm, such as free will, free speech, free elections, or anything else on the proscribed list. It is impossible to administer an empire where everyone does as he pleases. Get your colony in order, General. I will call to inspect you in exactly 1 week. That is all.
Well, you see how it is, Tom. Now, Tom, about your job. I'm appointing you town criminal.
I don't see why there has to be a criminal.
That's a very important part of Earth society. All the books say so, Tom. The criminal is as important as the postman or the police chief. He works against society. If you don't have people working against society, how can you have people working for it? How can there be any more important job?
I don't want to do it.
Now, be reasonable, Tom. Put yourself in my position. This inspector comes and he meets Billy Painter, our police chief. He asks to see the jail. Then he says, no prisoners? How can I hold my head up and tell him that we don't have any crime? No crime, he'll say. But Earth colonies always have crime. Don't you see that, Tom? Right there, the whole thing falls through. He'll see that we're not truly Earth-like. We're faking it. We're aliens. And you heard what he said about being rough on aliens.
Well, yeah, but why me?
Can't spare anyone else. And you've got narrow eyes. Criminals always have narrow eyes.
Well, they aren't that narrow.
Tom, please, we're all doing our part. You want to help now, don't you?
Oh, I suppose so.
Fine. You're our criminal. Here, I've got this paper all made out for you, just to make it legal.
Skulking permit.
Know all men by these presents that Tom Fisher is a duly authorized thief and murderer. He is hereby required to skulk in dismal alleys, haunt places of low repute, and to break the law.
What's the law?
I'll let you know as fast as I make them up. All Earth colonies have laws.
Oh, well, what do I do?
You steal and kill. Look, I'll give you a couple of books on it. Steal as much as you like. One murder should be enough. Don't overdo it.
Well, it don't sound sensible somehow.
Well, you can work up to it, Tom. Why don't you start off easy, like by haunting a place of low repute?
Hello, Tom. I hear you're our official criminal now.
That's right. I have a beer.
How's it going?
Well, I've been studying. I can't put my finger on it yet.
Hey, did you get the weapons Mary Carpenter sent over?
Yeah, a hatchet, a spear, 2 knives, and a blackjack.
Uh-huh.
I stuck myself with a spear, Ed. The whole thing ain't sensible to me. I can't figure out what's the purpose of crime. What do people get out of it?
Here's the beer. I tried a new route this time. Tell me how you like it.
Very dry. Less filling.
How come you ain't out thieving now, Tom?
Oh, I'm planning. My permit says I have to haunt places of low repute, and that's why I'm here.
Well, this ain't no place of low repute.
You serve the worst meals in town.
I know. My wife can't cook. But there's a real friendly atmosphere here. The folks like it, Tom.
It's all changed, Ed. I'm making this tavern my headquarters. It's now a criminal lair.
Try to keep a nice place, and a lot of thanks you get.
Hi, Tom. You steal anything yet?
Oh, well, not yet, Mary, no.
I'll have a Paracuda, Ed. Don't worry, Tom. You'll catch on. If anyone in this village can learn, you can.
Sure, we got confidence in you, Tom.
Why don't you steal something right now, Tom? Go ahead.
Well, suppose I could.
I brought some geefers in my basket. They're real ripe. You could steal those.
Well, they are nice-looking geepers, Mary. Real tasty.
Go ahead, Tom. Steal it.
Well, These are nice-looking geepers. Mind if I take one out at the light and look at it?
No, Tom, you go right ahead.
Now, just a minute there.
Hi, Billy. What do you have?
I'm on official police business. What were you doing with that geifer, Tom?
Just looking at it.
I don't think you were just looking at it, Tom. I think you were planning on stealing it. You're a suspicious character. I think I better lock you up for further questioning.
No, Billy. What are you doing?
I'm doing my duty, Mayor. Tom here is looking mighty suspicious. The book says...
I know what the book says. I gave you the book. You can't go arresting Tom, not yet.
But there's no other criminal in the village.
Oh, Billy, don't you understand? This village needs a criminal record. Acting suspiciously isn't a crime.
All right, but I was just trying to do my job. I'll still get you, Tom. Remember, crime does not pay.
Hey, that's a real slick way of putting it, isn't it?
I thought it was kind of catchy. I read it in the book.
Well, Tom, go ahead now. Steal something.
Well, I'm not in the mood anymore.
You better get to it soon, and don't forget the murder.
Is it really necessary?
Oh, I wish it weren't, but this colony has been here for over 200 years, and we haven't had a single murder. Not one.
I suppose we should have one. No, I'll take care of it.
Good boy, Tom. We're counting on you. Billy, I want you to paint up a couple hundred signs saying private property, no trespassing, violators will be prosecuted, and a dozen saying speed limit 35 miles an hour.
Why? All we got is those quag horses, and they won't go faster than a walk.
Never mind. You got to have a speed limit. It's civilized. Well, that's the last of the signs, Billy. You might as well get some sleep.
Aren't you going home, Mayor?
No, I've got to get out to Fred Farmers. I appointed him postmaster. Since nobody ever sends letters around here, I promised to help him write all those letters.
Well, good night, Mayor. I guess I better be making my rounds.
Yeah, good night, Billy.
Who's that? Tom? Tom Fisher? You out thieving? Who's there? Don't move, or I'll shoot. Hey, Tom, come back.
Hey, what's going on out there? What's all the racket?
It's the town criminal, Ed. I think I heard him robbing your house.
Yeah?
He's made his getaway now, but don't you worry. I'll get him yet.
All right, but get him in the morning, will you? Some of us are trying to sleep.
Morning, Marv. How's the schoolhouse coming?
Fair. Would have come along better if I had my saw.
Your saw?
Yeah. I left it leaning against my door last night. Wasn't there this morning, Tom.
Oh, yeah, your saw. Well, you know how it is, Marv. I had to practice some skulking last night.
Yeah, sure. Say, do you suppose I could use the saw for a while, just for an hour or two?
Well, I don't know. It's legally stolen, you know.
Well, I'd give it back. I wouldn't keep anything that was legally stolen.
Well, it's in the house with the rest of the loot.
Okay, I'll go borrow it then.
Tom, I've been looking for you.
Morning, Mayor.
Did you steal my bronze plaque?
I certainly did.
Oh, well, I was just wondering. You did it just in time. You see up there?
What?
Up there, the black dot near the rim of the sun.
Oh, what is it?
Well, I'll bet it's the inspector's ship. You got your murder planned? Time is running short, Tom. The inspector may land any hour now. That darn radio has been yapping at me something about a revolt at Deng 4, and all Earth colonies are to prepare for conscription, whatever that is. So let's get that killing over with.
I don't know, though. Murder.
Now, look, Tom, criminals on Earth commit dozens of murders a day and think nothing of it. All this village wants of you is one little killing. Is that too much to ask? Now, who will it be, Tom?
Oh, I guess I'll kill George Waterman.
Why?
Why? Why not?
What's your motive?
I thought you just wanted to murder. Who said anything about a motive?
We can't have a fake murder. On Earth, every murderer has a motive.
Well, I don't like the way George walks, never did, and he's noisy.
No. That might be good enough for a crime of passion, but you're a legal criminal. Tom, you're ruthless, cold-blooded, and cunning. You can't kill someone just because you don't like the way he walks. That's silly.
I better think the whole thing over.
Well, don't take too long. Oh, and Tom, don't forget to leave clues. They're very important.
Have another beer, Tom.
I don't mind if I do.
Hey, how do you like the way I fixed the tavern over? I hung up dirty curtains, you know. That makes it a dismal retreat. Because I figured if this was going to be your headquarters, it ought to be a real criminal's lair. How do you like the bloodstains on the floor?
That's only Billy Painter's root-berry red paint.
Oh, I know, but it looks like bloodstains. Hey, how's the murder coming?
Oh, not so good. No, I've been thinking about it, Ed. You realize I'm supposed to kill somebody? I'm supposed to make somebody cease to exist. I mean, like, take Marv Carpenter. Here he is today working on a schoolhouse, big fella. Now, if I kill him, well, he wouldn't work anymore. I've been trying to imagine it. Marv Carpenter lying on the ground with his eyes glaring open and his mouth twisted and never going to hold a piece of wood in his hands again or never going to sing a song or have a beer or anything. Well, it just made me kind of sick. I mean, I could go on with the thieving, but murder...
Yeah, I know, but, Tom, it's your job. It's for the good of the village.
Murder. I better have another beer. Hey, what's that?
That must be the inspector's ship landing. Come on, let's go see.
Perimeter guard, advance. Set up portable generators and rocket launchers. All personnel restricted to immediate area of the ship. Sidearms to be worn at all times. And guards at battle station.
Welcome to New Delaware.
Thank you, General. I'm the inspector. This is Mr. Grant, my political advisor.
Is this the capital of the colony?
Well, I'm afraid there's only this village on the whole of New Delaware.
Only one? Now, Grant, I told you when we surveyed the planet we were wasting our time.
Patience. There's always an advantage in every situation.
If you gentlemen are ready...
Ready?
You're going to inspect our village, aren't you?
Inspect? I can see it all.
Why, of course, General. We're ready. Let's inspect your village.
You see, we've got it all. Jail, post office, church, little red schoolhouse. Oh, we're very normal, very earthy.
Grant, I have my efficiency rating to think of. This place is worthless. No smelting, no heavy industry, no atomics, no taxation, no... They don't have anything.
Oh, I wouldn't say that, Inspector. If you'll excuse us, General.
Of course.
I'll be downgraded at the next colonial board. Why, this place is a utopia. It's subversive. We ought to blow it right out of the sky.
No, don't be despondent, Inspector.
But this whole trip is a total waste of time.
Not entirely. New Delaware has a very important commodity for us.
What? You saw them? Hulking peasants? Nothing but farmers.
Yes, strong, healthy farmers. Good cannon fodder.
But...
Oh. Ooh, let me take over. General.
Yes, sir?
How many able young men are there in the village between the ages of 15 and 60?
Why?
You see, General, Imperial Earth is engaged in a war. The colonies in Deng 4 are revolting against the authority of Mother Earth.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that.
We need good, healthy fighting men. Our reserves are depleted.
We wish to give all loyal colonists a chance to fight for Mother Earth. We're sure you won't refuse. Most colonies welcome a little conscription. Cleanses the blood, reduces crime.
Crime? Oh, I thought that would come up. We've taken care of that. I appointed...
Now, you see, Grant, 60, 70, perhaps 100 recruits. Not such a waste of time coming here at all.
Perhaps not.
Sergeant, detail a squad of 50 men armed with portable heat generators to post a guard in the village. All right, Mr. Mayor. Suppose we go talk this problem over.
Tom, you out there?
Yeah. I've been skulking out here all day. I'm hungry.
Well, I brought you supper. The mayor sent you a message, Tom. He said to hurry up at the murder. He's been stalling the inspector and that nasty little Grint man, but they're going to ask him. They're sure to.
All right. And I'll get around to it tonight. Hey, wait a minute.
Oh, hello, Tom. What are you doing?
Well, you said there had to be a murder, so
Now, wait. I didn't mean me. It can't be me.
Well, why not?
Well, for one thing, somebody has to talk to the inspector. He's waiting for me. Someone has to
Billy
show him
Painter
how to...
can do that. You think a knife would be more fatal in the heart or in the throat? Well, nothing personal, of course.
Wait. If there's nothing personal, then you have no motive.
Oh. Well, I guess I could think of one. I've been pretty sore about you appointing me town criminal.
It was the mayor who appointed you, wasn't it?
Well, sure.
Then look, I'm not a mayor anymore. I'm a general. Look, it's stars, gold braid.
Well, what's that got to do with it?
Well, you missed the ceremony this afternoon, Tom. Inspector said I had to wear a general's uniform. It was a very friendly ceremony. All the Earthmen were grinning. They were winking at me and at each other.
Oh, congratulations. But you were the mayor when you appointed me criminal, so my motive still holds.
Yes, but killing a general isn't murder, it's mutiny.
Oh, well, I'm sorry.
That's all right. It's just that I've read up on it, and you haven't. Well, I better get back. The inspector wants a lot of the men that he can draft.
Are you sure this murder is necessary?
Oh, yes, absolutely. Just not me.
No luck, huh, Tom?
I just can't do it. Ed, I can't kill anybody in the village. I grew up with them. I've worked with them. I've drunk root beer with them. I don't have any motive for killing any of them.
I know, but you do have to commit a murder, Tom. You don't want to let the village down.
But I can't kill the people I've known all my life.
No, I suppose not.
Wait a minute. I got an idea. Ed, suppose I kill the inspector.
Well, what's your motive?
Oh, it would be a very terrible crime. I'd be killing for glory, for fame, for notoriety, and it'll show Earth how earthy New Delaware really is. Why, they'll say crime is so bad here that a criminal actually killed their inspector on the very first day.
Tom, that's just the sort of thing a master criminal would do.
Oh, you think it's a good idea, huh?
I think it's great, Tom. But how are you going to do it?
Well, one of those soldiers got drunk on a bottle of your Keebler juice and dropped his gun. I picked it up.
Oh, is that a gun?
Yeah, you push this button here.
Hey, look out!
I'm sorry, Ed.
Now I'll have to get the carpenter boys to fix that hole in the roof.
Oh, well, I'll be careful.
Did you kill the soldier?
Of course not. No point in killing the wrong man. Well, I better get going. I'll wait for him on the path between the mayor's house and the ship.
Good luck, Tom.
Thanks.
Up, 2, 3, 4. Keep in line there. Ah, what a sloppy crew. All left feet.
Well, it's a nice night's work. With those landing parties dying like flies, we can use every new man we can get.
Don't say that.
What, are you afraid the mayor will hear me? Don't be ridiculous. It's a completely passive population. Sheep-like, obedient.
Look at them. No two of them in step.
Well, what do you expect from backward agrarians? Wait till those sergeants get hold of them at the base. They'll whip them into first-class fighting men in no time.
Halt! Stand and deliver!
What's that? Why, it's Tom.
Hands up, Inspector.
Huh?
I got you covered. Now, the rest of you, drop your guns and move out of the way.
What? Now, see here.
Now, go on now, drop those guns.
Now, what's the meaning of this?
And who are you?
Tom Fisher. I'm the town criminal. I'm going to kill the inspector. Now, please move out of the way.
Criminal? So that's what the mayor was prattling about.
Now, I know we haven't had any murders in 200 years, but I'm changing that now. Now, move out of the way.
Well, I suppose I'd better get out of the line of fire.
No, wait a minute, wait.
Now, don't move. I know just how to do it. I've been thinking about it. Now, I'll push this button, and you'll die. You'll fall down on the path, and your eyes will open, and your mouth twisted, and no air going in and out of your lungs, and no beat to your heart, and I can't do it. Here's your gun. Take it. I don't want it.
Quick, after him. Sergeant, take a squad and search the forest.
Take it easy, Inspector. This whole planet is forest. 10,000 men couldn't find him if he doesn't want to be.
But I'll have him hanged on the spot.
Oh, I'm terribly sorry.
Sergeant, have the entire ship's company turned out. General, I want all your people out looking for him. Shoot on sight. Kill him instantly.
Oh, we couldn't do that, although we appreciate the compliment.
What? That man...
He's a criminal. That's what I'm trying to explain. I appointed him. We had to have one.
You what?
You mean you had no criminals?
Well, I'm afraid not. Oh, I'm terribly ashamed. You see, we knew how uncivilized we were, and that's why we did it. I'm dreadfully embarrassed that Tom couldn't handle the job.
Well, why did you give the assignment to that particular man?
Well, I figured if anyone could kill, Tom could. He's a fisherman, you know. Pretty gory work. Oh.
And he wasn't able to kill the inspector.
Well, we just haven't had to kill anything for 200 years except fish. The only animals on New Delaware are small grass eaters, and they're not good to eat, so we never kill any of them.
Then the rest of you would be equally unable to kill?
We wouldn't even get as far as Tom did.
I want that man found.
Forget about it, Inspector.
What?
We'd better get away from here. You want men in our army who can't kill?
Oh.
Think of it. The morale problem.
Oh.
The possibility of infection. One man in a key position endangering a key ship or maybe a whole fleet because he can't kill. It isn't worth the risk, Inspector.
Yes, sir. I see what you mean.
Order your troops back to the ship. We'll take off at once.
Tom! Tom, you can come out now. Tom, they're gone.
He's hiding around here somewhere, Mayor.
Yeah. Tom! Tom!
Here I am. I'm sorry I bungled it.
Well, don't feel bad about it. It was an impossible job.
I'm afraid it was. I thought that just possibly you could swing it, but you can't be blamed, Tom. There's not another man in the village who could have done the job even as well.
What are we going to do with all those buildings, Mayor? The jail, the post office, the little red schoolhouse, the church?
Well, I think we'll build a playground for the kids with swings and slides and sandboxes for them.
Another playground?
Surely, why not?
Well, I guess I won't be needing my skulking permit anymore.
No, I guess not. Oh, well, we did our best.
I had the chance, then I let you all down.
It's not your fault, Tom. Look how long it took Earth to get civilized. Thousands of years. And we were trying to do it in 2 weeks.
Well, we'll just have to go back to being uncivilized.
Yeah.
Well, we better get back to the village. Looks like rain.
Well, soon I'll start fishing again. Say.
What is it, Tom?
Well, it's too late now, but it's too bad I didn't think of it before. I might have been able to go through with it.
Think of what, Tom?
I think I could have done it. If I'd only had the sense to think of the inspector as a fish. Well, it's too late now. Guess he's just a big one who got away.
You've just heard X-1, presented by the National Broadcasting Company, in cooperation with Galaxy Science Fiction Magazine, which this month features an unusual story by James E. Gunn, Cylona, a story of what happened when crime suddenly invaded a crimeless society, and where the only way to catch a thief was to manufacture a thief. Galaxy Magazine, on your newsstand today. Tonight, by transcription, X-1 has brought you Skulking Permit, a story from the pages of Galaxy, written by Robert Sheckley and adapted for radio by Ernest Kenoy. Featured in the cast were Dick Hamilton, Wendell Holmes, Joe DeSantis, Joseph Boland, Alan Hewitt,
Good morning, everyone. How are we today?
I'm doing just fine. Shut the hell up, Ben.
There we go. And there we have it. Another fine morning. Good day, good day. How are we doing? I are doing okay. I'm going to scoot up to the old card table here and do a bong hit, because that's how I like to start the morning. Good morning. What's going on there, brother? I slept all frickin' day yesterday. Well, not all day. Unfortunately, I got home from out working and shopping and stuff, and got home and ate. Finally had some food, and sat on the couch and I watched some TV with my wife, and then I just got sleepy as hell. Unfortunately, I couldn't find one of those protein shakes, because those just give me some good energy and I'm able to stay awake and not pass out in the middle of the day. I couldn't find one, so I thought, I want to go lay down for a couple of minutes. A couple of minutes go by, a couple of hours. I bet you're exhausted. You work too much. And I can't work enough. But yeah, I went and got in bed at about, it was 5:45. It was 5:45 in the evening. And I got up once, walked around the house and said nope, and got back into bed, and was actually able to go back to sleep until this morning. I thought for sure I'd be up at like 2 in the morning going and I did. I got up and took a leak and said fuck this and went back to bed. And so I must have gotten 10 hours sleep yesterday. It's fucking great. It's fucking great, man. I haven't had so much sleep in months and months and months. Now, everybody that I know gets 8 to 10 hours sleep at night. Me, I can get 8 to 10 hours sleep in one shot every so often. And yesterday was one of those days. And it was great. So it felt like I slept all day yesterday. And it was only because I went to sleep so early last night. Arg. So how are we out there today?
Am I coming through? Am I coming through? Can you hear me, Horn? Come on now. Come on back. Hey, Bubber. What you doing there, Bubber? Come on, Bubber. Talk to me, Bubber.
Who the fuck is Bubber?
Bubber. Come on, Bubber.
That's Marlon Brando in a movie that he did. And he was talking to the guy named Bubba, but he calls him Bubber.
Come on, Bubber.
And he's got that weird voice. Marlon Brando did a lot of weird shit. You know? Weird stuff.
So how's it going out there, world? What's up? What's up? Talk to me.
No? Nobody wants to talk to me? Ooh, we got a record of the day. If anybody want to guess the record of the day? It's behind me. Anybody? Anybody? I'll give you a minute to think about it. What is the record of the day? Yeah, I won't hum the theme to Jeopardy. Can you hear my heater? Hear my heater? Nothing much, huh?
Nothing much going on, Bubber. Come on, Bubber.
Alright. The record of the day is... Anyone? Anyone? Alright. I'm going to pull out the record of the day after this bong hit.
It's a morning bong hit time.
So, you know, children, go to school. Don't watch this.
Bubber. Come on, Bubber.
I wish I could remember that Marlon Brando movie. It's a weird fucking movie. I think Robert Redford's in it, and Jane Fonda, and they're real young. And he's an accused criminal. Was it Robert Redford? I don't fucking know. I just found out about a movie this morning that I didn't really know anything about. Well, I may have, but I seem to have forgotten about this movie. So let me see if I can.
Come on, Bubber.
Let me see if I can pull something up about this movie here.
Come on. Bubber.
Oh, I'm pushing the wrong buttons. Pushing the wrong button. Well, okay. Let's just try this a different way. I am going to search the Internet Movie Database and just go directly to one of the stars in the movie. And I believe Slab Boys, the movie that I'm interested in, stars Jackie Earle Haley, Kevin Bacon, Val Kilmer, and who was the other one? I couldn't again. There he is, Jackie Earle Haley. Got to be my favorite actor from my childhood. If it's male and female actors from my childhood, it would have to be Jackie Earle Haley and Jodie Foster. Those are the two kids that I identified with the most back then. Oh my goodness. Gracious goodness. See, Jackie Earle Haley has 69 credits. 69 credits to his acting career. So let's see if I can get down to the beginning. Carol Burnett Show. Oh, I remember that episode. Okay, let's see. Planet of the Apes TV series. I love that episode. Kathy Spears. Damnation Alley. He just did some great fucking movies. Breaking Away, Losing It. Let's see. MacGyver. He did a great episode of MacGyver. Had a great great part in Doll Man. Oh yeah. And I'm not seeing it. Is this? It could have been a play. It totally could have been a play because it says 97 in some of the credits where I found it, but I can't find anything on these guys in it. Maybe it's just a picture they took, and he did a April Fool's thing on me. Yeah, he didn't do anything between 93 and 2006. Wow. He had a little bit of time off. Well, that's unfortunate.
That was a no dealio there.
So what the hell? Oh my gosh. Am I gone? Arg. Well, that cooled off quick. I'm going to have to heat up this coffee. I haven't been using my plate because it's behind me. My hot plate. So I'm going to have to move it, put it out in front of me. Let's see. Alright, I'll walk in front of the camera. Alright. Truth. True dat. I'm a ray of fucking sunshine. Why am I a ray of fucking sunshine? I got a bunch of old friends. I'm always seeing on Facebook how they're checking up on each other. I never get checked up on. Nobody ever checks up on me. Sometimes you just want to give up trying because you just figure everybody else is worthy, but you're not. You know, maybe it's a symptom of my depression. I just see it as fucking reality. You know, there are people who get respect and get cared about, and then there are those who get forgotten about. Yeah.
There you go.
I mean, I try checking up on people, and they're like, "Who are you?" Yeah, a moment of silence for all the people who don't give a shit. This one's for you. Hi, Secretary. I'm looking at my bare-breasted secretary photo there. Because I can. And, I like boobies. I ain't gonna deny it. I'm a booby guy. I like boobies. Boobies. Boobies, boobies, boobies. Boobies are important. Food of the gods. Totally. Yeah, I'm feeling a little hairball this morning. I'm just kind of out of it. Yesterday I did some collecting of elements for my video time machine, and it was kind of heavy, you know, because I want to include some Richard Chamberlain and some Val Kilmer in it, and yeah, it's kind of heavy. So I'm still trying to put together the remaining elements for the show. I always try to include some music, some kind of music video. Lately I've been using the American Barn Dance, Old American Barn Dance, which is a TV show from the 1950s, I believe. And mainly highlighted a lot of country, western, hillbilly, bluegrass, that kind of stuff. So I like to use that because it's fun. And then I've been using Felix the Cat as the animation. And then sometimes I'll include a little extra animation in there. But I like the old school animation stuff. Felix is great because it's about 100 years old. The stuff that I'm using is almost 100 years old. Pardon me. I had to let it out. Oh, that's hot. That is hot. I don't want to put the coffee cup plate here because this thing jiggles so much. I'm going to probably put it over here. I can't move my table over because there's a door here and I would be too far away from my controls here. So I've got to kind of keep my desk here so that I can move around this way. I'm going to replace this chair with a chair that's either got arms that can go up or down or has no arms at all, and it has to swivel. And it's got to have a base big enough for me to cross my legs and sit in it cross-legged. Because because of my spine, I have to sit weird sometimes. That's why I'm always sitting with my legs crossed, because if I sit with my spine straight, it hurts like hell. So I have to be a little off kilter. Even my chiropractor used to scratch his head, and he was 70-something, and had been in it since his 20s. And he's like, sit straight. I'm like, yeah, I will when you want to do something, but when I'm going to sit and relax, I'm going to cross my legs. Why? Because it hurts when I don't. He's like, what about now? No? What about now? What about now? What about now? He never could figure it out. Maybe it was just one of those personality traits. You know, keep your legs crossed. A proper lady keeps her legs crossed. Shut up, fool. Shut up, fool. I pitied a fool to talk about me like that. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. I don't know. I decided to wear a hat. I don't know. It kind of casts a shadow on my face a little bit. But that's okay. I'm in the shadows anyway, so. Today is Thursday, right? It's fucking Thursday. So it's Throwback Thursday. So we are going to talk about, at some point, let me put the record of the day up. The record of the day is, here we go. This is the record of the day. Dr. Demento. Dr. Demento's Delights. All right, and this is a great record. This is a record from my childhood. My father brought this home from Tower Records back in 1980. It was new when he brought it home. So, where's the date on this? Where's the frickin' date? 1975. So he brought this home at night. So it wasn't new. He brought this home in 1979 or 80 when we were living in Temecula. There we go. And we listened to the shit out of it. This is not that record. When I got my father's record collection after he passed away, it was a meager little stack in a crate. And most of it was hammered. So I went out and, with my memory, went out and replaced just about everything that I could remember from that collection. This was one of them. I'll highlight a few other of those records that I got to replace his collection. Because what was the point of having the old record collection if I couldn't listen to it and if it was incomplete and it didn't have anything in there that I remembered? Yeah. So this is one of those. It's got some great songs on there, including a song, first song on side 2, called Boobs a Lot. I'm a boob guy, and when I was a kid, I was a boob guy, and I used to love that song. When I was in high school, I used to arm wrestle girls just to be close enough to them to look down their top. Is that wrong? To enjoy boobies so much that you would go to such great lengths to be near boobies? I think not. So Thursday, wow, seems to be the boobies are the topic of the day. Boobies, boobies, boobies. I'm a booby guy. I'm a boob, so there you go. I like to watch the boob tube. Now we're getting carried away. Yeah, let's see, let's turn my cup so people can read it. Well, Vienna, still on North American tour, I believe. That means Canada as well. So every once in a while something pops up on my Facebook feed and I can see where Vienna is and say, hey Jay, wow, that's cool. Yeah. I think Fridays is when I am going to actually post in the description an invitation to someone to come out to Joshua Tree, California and hang out with me for a weekend, right? So I'm going to do, every Friday I'm going to write in a name so that when eventually, because that name is now in a keyword database, that on my page, that somebody else's keyword search is going to take them to that video, and they're going to see that they have an invitation to come out to Joshua Tree. So that's my roundabout way of getting to celebrities, so to speak. And since other than going to Facebook and saying, hey, hello, and seeming like a stalker, this is the best way that I can think of to do that, is just to say, just to give a legitimate invitation, looking into the camera and say, hey, I'd like to invite you, yada, yada, yada. So I think on Fridays I'm going to start getting into doing something like that. So I can have a slight chance of meeting and having a little bit of one-on-one time with some of my favorite people on the planet. You know? And if they're not too afraid to hang out with some old, crazy old, weird, bearded guy stoner, then so be it. I can, you know, I can put them in touch with a really good time out here, you know. It's a really nice area. There's always something going on. There's always live music. You know, and I'd love to be a host and say, okay, well, look, I've got some things planned out for you to come and do, and we've got a dinner set up, and yada, yada, yada. And the rest of the time, do whatever the hell you want, you know. But, I'd like to bring a few people into town and show them a good time. I don't know if Joey's still there. He's probably gone to bed already. But, you know, Joey can attest to, you know, my hospitality as far as someone coming out and wanting to hang out and stay and something to do. Yeah. And it's kind of up to you. You want to come out and relax and do absolutely nothing and hide from the world, or do you want to get out a little bit and go do some out on the town stuff here in the desert, you know? Because there's a lot to do right here in our little area, you know? So much. I mean, right in the valley here, we've got live music, we've got live theater, we've got live drunks. No, we've got everything out here. A lot of art, a lot of outdoorsy stuff. Oh, good, you're still there. Yeah, so I mean, it's really a nice place, you know. And my wife and I are great cooks, you know, and we have fantastic places to stay out here. So yeah, it's really nice. So Vienna is somebody that I met a few months back at an event that my daughter took me to, and it was a weekend event. So the first day we went to a tennis open thing, and then a couple of nights later we went to El Cid in Hollywood on Sunset, and the extension of that day was the evening, and at least for me it was. And Pete Wentz of Fall Out Boy held the event, and a bunch of bands under his label were there. And I got to meet Vienna, Jay from Vienna, fantastic singer, guitar player. And I got to meet a few of the other acts that were there. It was really cool. It was really, really cool. So, yeah, I think tomorrow I'll do an open invitation to Jay. And when he doesn't have anything to do, he can hit me up. And he said he'd been out here before. When I talked to him, he said he'd been out here before. And I thought, well, there you go. He probably didn't get to see enough. Pardon me. Another thing going on is I just found out that Pure Prairie League is playing out here at Pioneer Town, Pappy and Harriet's. Pure Prairie League is one of those bands from the 70s that I just adore. And my hope is that if I can go and see them and maybe nudge them a little bit and see if they can pass the word along to Firefall to get their asses out here as well. Because there's a bucket list group that I want to see, Firefall. So, fingers crossed. And I'm going to start poking and prodding people in different places to try to get them out here. Because if Pure Prairie League can come out here, then Firefall can definitely come out here. They're just over in Colorado. They do small places like this all the time. So bring it on, baby. Bring it on. Good morning. Good morning, Bonksky. DeBonksky. Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
So, record of the day. Demento's Delights. Day one of this week. The record was... what the hell was it? Oh, it was The Boy Inside. I keep wanting to say the Boy in the Bubble. The Boy in the Plastic Bubble. John Travolta.
That's a funny fucking movie.
And then Tuesday was 2112. That was a weird show. And then yesterday was Potlatch. Redbone. And today is Demento's Delights. Tomorrow? I don't know. I want to stick to the old. So stuff that I'm going to put up here in my little display is pretty much going to be 70s, 80s, or earlier. See, The Boy in Me. The Boy Inside, right? I think that's what my translation said, The Boy Inside. Right? I'll just take a picture of it.
And then just go with it.
It says the girl inside the boy. That's what it said to me. Totally, man.
Yeah.
So tomorrow I want to kind of show off my little collection here, so I can kind of set things on my table here, and we can kind of go through and then if Joey's available or awake, maybe he can chime in on what we're looking at. So there you get, you know. Ah, the boy inside me. That's what the little girl said. Stop that. Oh, that's bad. That's bad. Am I gonna get cut? Cut. I don't know. He said something vaguely perverted, and in his life he just died. Vaguely perverted. That should be a shirt. Vaguely perverted. Right on, man. Right on. Yes. Yes. All right. So, one of the things that what time is it? It's 5:30. I'm going to go ahead and transition. Hi there. Throwback Thursday, is that what it is? Oh my God. Oh yeah, that's what I call it. Thank you. That, yeah, I can totally read that. I can totally understand that. Actually, that's some pretty heavy characters there, man. That's heavy stuff. I mean, that looks like some Marvel comic shit right there. You should have some of those things implanted and put on your chest. Like the one right in the middle, the little rectangle with the line through it. That right there is Greatest American Hero right there. You know, and do you know what the Greatest American Hero is? Do you? If not, look it up. You can probably find it on Prime, on Roku. Greatest American Hero. Watch it. It's the best superhero television series ever made. Yeah. So let's see. What was I gonna talk about? Is that today? Yeah. You know, I'm thinking Tatsuro is tomorrow, but Tatsuro's today. It's right here on my schedule. If today's Thursday, then I've got Brave New World and Tatsuro Yamashita on my schedule. I don't know what I'm thinking. So, there you go. There you have it. And I had hoped, but my schedule's so fucked up, I had hoped to do a little bit of research on my own. So I would at least know what I was talking about. But apparently I got my head up my ass most of the time. Now I'm just always out doing something, you know. I'm either driving around or doing something, or I'm out scrubbing toilets doing something, or gosh, it's always something. Yesterday we went and we cleaned the house, and then went to the grocery store, and then by the time I got home and ate, and the wife and I watched the TV show, it was like almost 6 o'clock, and I'm like, are you kidding me? So yeah, the day just goes by. It just goes by so quick. Oh my gosh, like totally. Oh my gosh. All right, I got my table cleaned up a little bit here, and I'm gonna go grab some. Records. So I will be right back, and I'm gonna do that, and I'll be right back. Oh my gosh. Okay. Well, this is just this is crazy. every time I look at this stack of records here from Joey, it just amazes me. It really does. And I'm like, wow. So, what we have here is a failure to communicate. There we go. Do I want to adjust my camera a little bit? Yeah, a little bit. Hey, all right, check that out. Right. So, what are we looking at here? Woo. Okay, so this is Tatsuro Yamashita's wife, if I am not mistaken. Correct? There's a little bit of a delay here.
But, I think that's what I'm doing here.
And she's beautiful, and she's, let's see, I believe this one here and this one here are meant for my daughter. Right? Oh, Joey, if you don't watch the video Time Machine, start watching them, because I've got some surprises. Surprise! Hint, hint. Hint, hint. I said hint, hint. Okay, so I guess I should switch cameras. That would help. Hey, alright, here we go. So there she is. Mariah Takuchi. Mariah Takuchi, I believe is her name. And that's a yes, sir. You are correct, sir. Thank you, Ed McMahon. Yes. I just love your one-word comments. It's cracking me up. It's like 30 seconds later, I get a yes, and I'm like, what the hell does that mean? Where does that yes fit in? I gotta think back. What did I say? Yes, those two are for her. Of course, I knew that. So, these are going to get interjected into our, what do you call it? Music Appreciation Day. So one day a week, the family will sit out here and do stuff and listen to a lot of music together. You know, Mom likes to knit, Natalie likes to play games and be on her phone and stuff, and I'm usually right here in the studio working on crap. So there. So Circus Town. This next one here is Circus Town. I think I've heard a little bit of this one off of on my computer, because I do have access to a few things on my computer. Oh, so it's pronounced Maria. Okay. Maria. You say Maria, I say Mariah. Yeah. You say Vagina, I say Vagina. Anyway, this is Circus Town. And this one here, Spacey, like Kevin Spacey is what I'm thinking. It's got to be like, it's all about Kevin Spacey. Totally. Every movie he's been in, they reference right here in this record. So if you want to learn about Kevin Spacey, do this one. 1977. So there's not too much known about him in 1977. So it's a little thin on the Kevin Spacey material. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, look at that. It's a poppin' time. Okay, so this one's going to go, this one is definitely going to go into a next, yeah. The next Music Appreciation Day. And I gotta spread stuff out because I've got so many records here and only so little time to listen to them. I have to budget my time when listening. You would think that it would just be easy for me to put on a record, and it's not, because I'm always in and out and doing this. And if one of the family's in here hanging out, I'll usually turn everything off and just sit down on the couch and hang out and do whatever they want. If they want to watch TV, then I'm watching TV with them. So I try to be flexible because I've already given so much time to this YouTube stuff that, oh, it's a live album. That's great. So this is live. That ought to be fun. It's a poppin' time. And that reminds me of a finger poppin' time. An old Yellow Pages commercial on the radio. Go ahead. Go ahead. Now this one is all about Speed Racer. It's like a go ahead, Speed Racer, go ahead. Yeah. There you go. Paper doll. Is that the paper doll? Like the original? Maybe. It was poppin', baby. So go ahead. And here he's going by Tatsu. 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 Now, when he's going by Tatsu, his catchphrase was, "The plane, boss." Yeah. This is great. This is fucking great, man. This is fucking great. Oh man, my eyes suck. My eyeballs suck. That's great. Fucking great. Moonglow. Ooh. Look at that. Now, this one he's put on a little bit of weight, alright? But that's only because he started eating a complete diet of chocolate eclairs. That's all he was eating during this period here. It was only chocolate eclairs. So he put on just a little bit of weight. Now, the reason he was eating nothing but 1979, yeah. The reason he was eating nothing but chocolate eclairs was because he was getting into sumo wrestling, and he was trying to bulk up. He never made the weight. But he did get type 2 diabetes. So Moonglow, great album. Yeah. Nightwing. Boy, this has got some great song titles on here. Yellow Cab. Is that Yellow Cab? Joni Mitchell? And Melodies. Melodies. Oh, Maladies. He's kind of sick in this one. It's called Maladies. And, yeah. Jody. Ooh. She was crying. Maladies of the heart. He was a lovesick. A lovesick juvenile. Right. Big Wave from the motion picture. Oh, right. Surfing. Brian Wilson. So he's working with the Beach Boys. Wow. He's singing Beach Boys stuff, man. It's crazy. That's crazy. That's just beautiful. That's just beautiful. Actually, he was the guy who was the Beach Boys' Tunic connection. The guy that they would go to for their Asian Oriental wardrobe, because he had the silk connection. He was the Japanese connection. That's right. All right. Now this one, Softly. Yeah. Softly. Now this album here is a rendering, this cover here, a rendering of his face. Yeah. And, well, it just doesn't look too good there, does it? There we go. Boy, that's great. Yeah, it's pretty cool. So this one here looks, says 2022. I don't know if that's accurate. I don't know if it's accurate. Let me see. Yeah. Yeah, I guess it is. Usually if it's a repressing, yeah, 2022. Usually if it's a repressing, they'll have the original date with the repressing date. But this one is a 2022 album. And you know what? What was really cool about all this huge collection, not just the fact that it's so freaking huge and extensive, was he sent along all of these little goodies here, you know, and I'm like, wow, you know, and these are really cool because they're just mini CDs. Open one up here. There we go. They're just mini CDs. Like a single, like a 45, you know, and that is so bitchin'. I had never seen 45s on disc before, and that's really cool, you know. And the neat thing about it is that these things are old. This is 1990. The fact that they had those little mini discs way back when, you know, 87. I mean, come on now. That's just a bizarro, you know. That's just totally bizarro. Yeah, very cool. Very cool stuff. Yeah. Look at that. And then look at that. See, that's this design here on that line, colorful line drawing here is totally like Joni Mitchell album cover. So that song Yellow Cab, is that a Joni Mitchell song? Because yeah, if it is, that's very cool. Mine. So this is yeah, and then I should be wearing this shirt because Joey also gave me one of his Tatsuro shirts, and that's pretty damn cool. The fact that thank you, Joey. Nobody ever gives me shit. Well, people are always giving me shit, but they never give me nice things. See, the mini CDs are for my daughter too. Excellent. Yeah, I've got them all out here because, of course, I got to get them on the show, and this is my show and tell table here. So, yeah. So I'm gonna divvy up the spoils again, so she can add them to her collection, which is getting pretty big. Her record collection is pushing up to 100. As is her shirt collection, her T-shirt. She and I are what do you call it? Unofficially battling for T-shirt quantity, right? And I think she's got to be close to beating me if she hasn't already, because I've got upwards of about 100 shirts, right? And I know that she's got to be pushing that. That's a lot of shirts, but it takes up. I've got 3 drawers of shirts, and that's a lot of shirts. I'm trying to just wear one a day on the show. So this is my Iron Maiden, one of my Iron Maiden Number of the Beast shirts. Good stuff. We're trying a different coffee today. We've been drinking Pete's coffee. And right now I'm doing the Big Bang. It's a medium roast. Not too strong, because I don't want to get too jolted in the morning. Although as soon as I'm done here, I'm going to go right to the computer and I'm going to start working on the video time machine for Friday. I just have a few more elements to collect. I need to put together my music video, and I need to dig up a good Felix the Cat cartoon, and then grab a couple of little elements that are going to fit for this evening's theme. And I think what I'm trying to do is gather enough stuff from Val Kilmer and Richard Chamberlain, and then use those to kind of guide me to the other little elements that kind of have something to do with a movie or something that they worked on, right? Oh, so she's get more CDs and I get more records. That's cool. Ride on Time for you and Pocket Music. Ah, excellent. So yeah, I'm pretty excited about actually having a schedule, because if I don't schedule stuff, I just kind of flounder, you know. But if I have an alarm go off and say, you need to do this now, then I got to get up and I got to do that, and I got to work on that till that's done. So once a day, I have to have an alarm go off that says, do it, or it don't get done. Today's do it is the video time machine, and it's pretty much, I have to get it done because it's going to take at least an hour to save. It's going to take at least an hour to produce, an hour to save, and then at least another hour or two to upload onto YouTube. And then it goes through the quality control checks to see if I've done any copyright boobs. And then if I have, it'll show me where to fix it. And then I have to take it back to my studio and edit out the stuff that I don't want in there, or replace it with something else, and then run it through another check. Sometimes I'll run it through and it won't find but one thing, and I'll fix that and come back, and then it'll find something else for some reason. But that doesn't happen too often, which is good, because I can't afford for it to just screw me later. I almost didn't come on. I mean, I got up and did my, I logged on and tried to start my live feed, and it told me that I couldn't, that I was out of something, and it was too much for this, and I was like, what the hell? And I almost freaked out and reset everything, right? Which would have taken me in 30 or 40 minutes, and I'd have been late. And I decided to just try it again. So I closed that window that said, you're screwed up. And so I closed it, and I hit the button again, start your streaming, and it worked. So here I am. No, I didn't listen to the boy inside me, or the boy in me. Well, I listen to that boy every day, and he says, take a bong hit. But no, I have decided that rather than try to listen to a few minutes here and then have to get up and run, because that's usually what happens, that I would pick a day on my schedule where I've got no driving to do and no cleaning to do and nothing else on my schedule, and preferably a couple of other people in the house so that we can all sit and listen to it together. So I'm literally going to put a schedule together that says nothing going on this day. Sit and listen to 3 or 4 or 5 or 6 records, you know. And I used to do that before I started with all of the driving and went back to working so much, because my wife had kind of taken over so that I could do that year of YouTube stuff. And it was really exhausting. So she was just constantly picking up my slack. So my plan now is to take my week's worth of records here, select ones that I really want to listen to, some of my favorite stuff and stuff that's new, and I'll be putting some of that up here as well. And then just pick a day and sit and listen to all of them. And I can sit in there on the couch and I can read and work, or sit in here and work on videos. and also have somebody else in the room to help me flip records, because that's kind of a every 20 minutes, which when you're working on the computer, 20 minutes goes by like that. So it's like you're getting up all the time. Flip a record, flip a record, flip a record, flip a record. I can put on a couple of CDs here, which, something I forgot to share was being the records that were sent by Joey from on CD, right? I mean, totally. See, I got Big Sandy in here too. Here we go. Oh, yeah. Pull out get the Big Sandy ones off the top. Oh, look at that. So there we go. All right, so back here, I got to do this bong hit, or it's just going to haunt me. Like a junior. All right, so here we go. Let me arrange these here. Okay, so that we can talk about them. All right. And go here. So those CDs are for Natalie too. So here are 4 of them. Okay, so this one here, the first one, top left. Tell me about that one. Of course, if I translate it, I'll get it wrong. So which is this the one we're talking about right now? Yeah, I took the sweater too. Is this the boy in me? Ah, yeah. Okay, so give me the titles of the first, second, third, and fourth. I can see this love can go the distance. And this one is I can't see the date on that one, but I'm sure you. Yeah, so this is the one that I can probably just stick in my computer here, play it through my stereo, and not have to get up and flip it. So that'll probably be the first one that I listen to. When you wish upon a star, makes no difference who you are. Any dream your heart desires will come to you. Shut the hell up, freak. Alright, and this one here. Oh my god, pocket music. Right. Okay, pocket music. So this one I will put in my pocket. Mermaid. Nice. That's the boy in me. We can say that all day long about me. That's the boy in me. Woohoo! Woohoo! Oh my god, like no way. For sure. Oh, is this a single? Orale. Orale. It's singular, Hans. It's singular. So it's a twofer? It's got a side A and a side B then. Totally. 2000. It's a Y2K one. Oh, it's got 4 songs. So it's a single. Oh, original karaoke. That's cool. That's cool. That's cool. And then this one here. Pocket music. Gosh, bonus track even. That's very, very cool. And baba baba baba. Chase Batta. Chase Batta. Chase something. Absolutely there, boss. There's always great artwork on his album covers. It's always kind of, I mean, you know, it's totally, like, that's totally 80s. That's totally trendy. That's got some great colors and the way the kind of lines are offset. You know, it's really cool. It's really, really cool. So there you get. There you get. So, wow, once again. Also, he sent along, was it you that sent the Talking Heads, or is that one mine? No, I think this is one you sent. And then, of course, Shrek. He sent along some Shrek music, which is great because I love Smash Mouth's All-Star. Right? Hey now, you're a rock star, get your game on, get... Shut up. Yeah.
Anyway, anywho.
Holy hell, that's cold. Bata is the band. Ah. Bata is the band. Bata, like a robota. Mr. Robota. Let me warm up this coffee. I'll be back in a flash. Don't go nowhere, because if you do, what am I going to do? Domo Origata, Mr. Robota. Totally. Oh my god, did he really say that? I don't want to offend any robots out there, so I retract my statement about anything having to do with robots. There. That is said and done. So I apologize to the robot community. Mea culpa, mea culpa. And please don't harm me when the robots take over.
Yeah, I can be of use to you robots.
You know? I can. I mean, who's going to walk your dogs, right? Oh, right, other robots. Well, you don't want to have robots working for robots. I mean, that's kind of demeaning, right? You probably want to have humans working for you, right? So there you go. So I want to be like, when the robot overlords take over, I want to be like a trustee in the prison where I'm in charge of the other human. Straighten up, boy. Do what them robots tell you to. Do it to say. Get up. Yep. That's it. But what are you going to do, right? Suck robot dick? Kiss robot ass? Yeah, it's coming. There's already robots out there. It's already happening. There's already robots. There's already clones. There are people who have lived hundreds of years. It's all happening. It ain't bullshit. The only bullshit is that it's been hidden for so long, and people are starting to bring it out into the open, and because it just seems so fantastic and ridiculous, people are just, they take it as a goof, as a gag, you know, but it's real. There's a lot of real shit going on out there that's being revealed to us, and we're just going, it's just another video, it's AI, it's CGI, it couldn't possibly be real. And the people are going, but it's right fucking here. And we're just like, I don't believe anything anymore. The world is so cynical. The world just watches videos all day long, so they don't believe anything. right? Either that or they believe everything. So my guess is they don't believe anything. They just figure that it's all entertainment and that none of it is real, right? Even the stuff that's super fucking real, they don't even care. It's like, woohoo, give it a like, you know, and just give it an OMG and move on. And that's the most that reality gets anymore. It's like, oh my gosh. What are you going to do? What are you going to do? I don't know what you're going to do, man. Tardloids. Tell him. It's his only concept album is The Boy in Me. Well, you gotta conceive an album before you can actually make it. So, I'm gonna say yeah. I believe that. Concept. It's his only construct. It's a mental construct, man. That's all it is, dude. That's all life is. It's just a mental creation, man. We're all sitting in our own little bubbles hooked up into the machine, man. And we're all matrixed out, man. Totally. So, A Brave New World. Man, I got so many files on these computers, it's ridiculous. I don't know what's what or where's where or who's who and why's why. Snagging them. Morning show. Morning show, morning show. Yeah, it just ain't happening. Weekly, is it there? Nope, ain't there either. It aren't there. Arr. So let's see, I recommend you listen to the vinyl pressing. Okay, I'll do that. I'll do that. Because we're going to be listening to the other records, so we might as well just... I prefer vinyl anyway. The only reason I listen to CD is ease of access. That's it. That's all there is to it. That's why I smoke so much pot. Ease of access. Really. Really. Oh, and the amount of pain that I'm usually in. That's usually a good reason to smoke. Yeah. I don't recommend smoking to anyone. If you can give it up, give it up. Before it's too late. If it's too late, get it on. Get it the fuck on. Get it on. Because for me, it's too late. It sucks, but it's true. So, totally. Oh my gosh. I was totally thinking the same thing, were you? Yeah, like for sure. What a coincidence, so was I. What? What were you thinking? Do a bong hit? Oh my god! Gosh, we're on the same, yeah, that's cool. That's totally cool. Yeah. That's the beasties. Yeah. So let's see, usually I've got my stuff playing up here behind me. What did it change for? What did it change? It's fucking with me, yeah? Oh, I was looking at the wrong monitor. Oh, okay. Oh. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's see. It is after 6 in the a.m. I had a graphic here, but I think I've just got it on the wrong computer. Yep. I totally do not have that graphic. Yeah. I don't know what I'm going to do. I don't know what I'm going to bloody do. It's going to piss me off. Oh wait, better to be pissed off than to be pissed on, I guess. So there you go. I'd play with my yo-yo, but there's just not enough room in here. So, yeah, I'm afraid I might hurt myself. Totally. I'll just have to be content with just being a yo-yo. Oh, yo-yo is me. Woe is me. Let me go grab my book. Be right back. Don't go anywhere. I'm going to drop the mic though in case a dog freaks out. I'm back. So, yesterday, I had the intention of finishing this, and I got into bed, and I was going to read this, and my sleepiness took over, so I just said, fuck it. I'll take a nap. And of course, I slept until this morning. But I've only got a couple of chapters left, and I'm really excited. 16, 17, 18, so I've only got 3 chapters left. And I'm really excited to finish this book. Here we go. It's a great book. It was written in 1932 about our future, so beyond us. And it is... it's incredible. It is really prophetic. It is. We're on our way to whatever's going on in this book. We're on our way there. I haven't finished it, but I can say that you definitely need to check it out. So I won't be able to give anything away because I haven't finished it yet. I did, however, find the 1980 made-for-TV movie. Made by the BBC, and I also found another, I think it was 1997 or something, 2000-ish version, and perhaps a later one, So I think it's been done on TV like 2 or 3 times. So I'm going to be going through the ranks and checking out those and doing a little comparison. So we'll actually get back to this book at some point on the morning show. We will be discussing the book again, as well as the movies that I've watched. Now, I have seen the 1980 version, and that was quite recently, probably about 10 years ago. So I'm real anxious to watch it again, and this time I'm going to watch it with my wife so I can get her take on it. I'd love to watch it with my daughter, but she is usually incommunicado because of schoolwork. So there you go. We're going to check that out. I like the comparison between the drugs that they use to keep people subdued socially and hierarchy, whatever. Hercules, that's it. Hercules. Hercules, no. Soma is the drug that they use. Now, to me, it reminds me so much of all of the antidepressants that are being passed around out there in the pharmaceutical world, you know. And people are being prescribed antidepressants who don't need it. I don't feel happy. Here, take this. Gosh, I feel great now. And it doesn't make you feel good. I've had antidepressants, a number of antidepressants, and all they do is take your emotions and they flatten them. So now you're walking around and you don't feel happy, you don't feel sad. Yay, it's my birthday. Yay, I just had a child. Yay. And it was like that when I had a kid. It was like, yay, I had a kid. Yay, I'm raising a child. This is my child. I love you, my child. It was horrible. I felt so disconnected. I had to get off of it. Don't stop without your doctor's permission. Yeah, right. Fuck you. It could cause suicidal symptoms. Yeah, well, I don't need that. That was one of the reasons why I got on the damn shit to begin with. And now you're saying, but if I try to get off of it, my suicidal tendencies are going to be worse? Nope. I got off of that shit and smoked a lot of pot. I just got self-medicated and sedated myself. And did some drinking, too. And weaned myself off of that fucking shit so quick. And I had been on it for like 10 years. Right? And it was just tearing me up. And then, you know, our daughter's like 5 years old, and I'm like, this is horrible. I am so, you know, there were so many cool things happening, and I was just like, eh. And you don't remember stuff that you're emotionally detached from. There has to be an emotion involved in order for you to create a valid memory, something that continues to exist. And I lost so much shit because of those fucking antidepressants. So I don't recommend that. I recommend that you if you want to get away from depression, you know, eat some gummies, microdose some mushrooms, take some, you know, St. fucking John's wort, do something naturally, get exercise, go out. When I was young, I used to go out and ride a bicycle until I was I'd ride 20 miles just because it would release me from my inner self and my anxieties and my stress and my depression. And I was just too exhausted all of the time to be depressed, right? I was telling my daughter about that the other day. And I did it for months. Didn't smoke pot, didn't do anything, didn't smoke cigarettes, didn't drink booze. I was like 19 or something. And I just wanted to be clean, right? And the only way I could escape my depression, because I had nothing to help me escape my depression, was to just ride a bicycle. And just get exhausted. And I would literally ride from one end of Lake Elsinore all the way past the other, all the way into Marietta and halfway to Temecula. You know, and it was like crazy. I'd ride 20 miles. And wouldn't bat an eye. You know, and then one day somebody drove by me, a bunch of guys in a truck and threw an orange, hit me in the back of the head. And my depression took over, and I gave it up. I stopped riding a bicycle. I was so furious at those guys, and I was so depressed that for no reason somebody could bully somebody like that. And I had already gone through 20 years of fucking horrendous bullying by that point. And I was just like, I'm not going to put myself in that situation. If that's what's going to happen in that situation, I'm not going there anymore. And that's what I did. I just gave up. I just said, fuck it, fuck the bike. And it just sat there and rotted away. Yeah, that happened a number of times in my life where I was just on my way to just killing something, just making it fucking happen, right? And somebody would come along and go, eh, and just fuck me over. And I would just crash. My depression would take over, and I would go hide for months or years sometimes. And it would suck even more when it was a family member that would do that to me. My father or mother or brother or sister would hit me with something out of nowhere, you know, and they would just say something stupid, pointless, just because they thought it was funny, just because they could, you know, get a rise out of me. And I would just be done with whatever it is I was into. I was just like, fuck it, you know, fuck it. I used to write music and stuff when I was in my teens. And I came to my father once with a song. And I talked to him and told him, look, I wrote the song, I want you to hear it, right? And so I played him the song, and he sat there and listened to it, and he looked unaffected by it. And when I got done, the first thing he said was, you know, you should have done this, and you should have done this, and you should have done this, and I'm like, and I just was flabbergasted that my own father, the best thing he could come up with was to point out all of the flaws and not say, that's really great, you know, or that's good, which is exactly what I tell my daughter anytime she does anything, you know. And I totally mean it. And he just totally dismissed it like, you could have done better. And I was just, I didn't share any of that stuff with him anymore. I never once after that shared any of my music stuff with him. I never shared anything that I wrote or any of my thoughts or ideas. I just figured that no matter what I did, he wasn't going to approve of it because it wasn't up to his level. And I'm like, son of a bitch, you know? You fucking asshole. Thanks a lot. I appreciate that, you know? I appreciate the dad thing that you do so fucking well. But there was a lot of things like that in my life that came along that would just let me know, you know, this wasn't where I was supposed to be. This is not my life, you know. These people are not my family. This is not my home. This is not my dad. This is probably my mother, but I should have been somewhere else, you know. In a mental fucking institution is where I should have been. Yeah. But it was like all my life it was like that. So it was like all my life it was not wanting to be around because I was never good enough, you know. I was just never good enough. They always wanted me to do this or be that or say this or say that and I would try. I finally wound up having to be the family clown, the class clown. All of my friends thought of me as the funny guy because that's what I could do. I could use humor to escape and humor to mask and humor to say, this is not really me. Nobody likes me, so I got to be somebody else in order to be liked. You know, and I went through forever like that. Forever. Forever. Boobies. And I have to figure realistically and accept that because I'm not that goofball that everybody expected me to be back then, I'm not that now. So nobody wants to, You know, I'm a pariah. Nobody wants to look at me or think about me or talk to me or anything because I'm different. I'm somebody who has actual thoughts and ideas and self-worth, you know, which I didn't get back then, you know, and especially from my own family. So, yeah, that was pretty cool, growing up like that. And but now, you know, when I try to just be me, the real me, people are like, oh my God. I mean, I try to talk to family, and they're, you know, they just expect me to I don't know, make funny faces and voices and stuff, and I still do that, but you know, sometimes I want to talk serious. Sometimes I don't want to just sit and drink and smoke in a conversation. Sometimes I want to have an actual conversation and talk about what's going on. And, you know, when they just go, do that thing, you know, then it's like, ah, fuck it. You know, fuck it. What's the point? I can't be seen as somebody, I can't be seen as the person I am, so I'll just remain invisible, basically. And as much as I'm on Facebook and I'm constantly posting stuff and actually having realistic stuff, maybe that's it. Maybe I should post fantastic fake news crap so that people will actually come over and go, wow, what's going on? You know? Maybe I should start posting fake obituaries of myself, you know? Because I'm on here, I've been on here for like a year on YouTube, over a year, posting, and sharing that stuff to my Facebook, where I've got like upwards of 100 and some odd friends, right? So you would think that every once in a while I would get somebody over here to say, hey man, what's going on? And I think it's happened twice. I think it's happened twice where somebody that I actually have been friends with like forever has stopped by to say hello. And granted, I'm here at 5 in the morning, but I mean, people don't even stop by after the fact and say hello. Wow, I stopped by and watched your recording of your show, man. I just thought, wow, what an asshole. Anything, nothing. I don't get anything, you know. And maybe I am an asshole for thinking that I could come up with some way to get people to kind of get together and congregate as a community of people from the past, from one past area, one past time period. You know, Hillbilly. Hello, Hillbilly. How's it going? Who is Hillbilly? And where are you from? My name's Michael, by the way, and that's Joey. So there you go. And we've just been sitting here, well, I've been sitting here discussing family and friends from the past and how they just all of a sudden evaporate, right? You've got so many friends and faces and names and stuff that are still around. You see them all the time on Facebook. They're always talking about each other, but you never see them. They never stop by and say, hey, what's going on? I can poke and say, hey, what's going on, people? Hey, hi. And West Virginia. Hey, Mike, how's it going, man? Good to meet you. Yeah, I just bullshit every morning, talk about stuff. The record of the day is Dr. Demento's Delights from 1977, 79, 70, 74. 1975. Right. One of the records from my past. I used to listen to that back in 1980 and on. And then we were discussing Aldous Huxley's novel from 1932, Brave New World. Check it out, check it out. We were also looking at all of the Tatsuro Yamashita records and CDs that Joey sent us. So it's been a fun, eventful morning. You listened on the radio for years? Dr. Demento. Yeah, buddy. How did you listen to them? Where did you listen to them at? Radio station out in West Virginia. Is that where you're like from? Or where you're at now? Oh, so you you got some Aldous Huxley going on. Yeah, excellent. Yeah, it's pretty crazy stuff. It's pretty crazy stuff. There's a couple of other things out there that I want to get into from Aldous. So Aldous, like he's my good old Aldous. Me and Aldous were talking the other day. Yeah, Aldous. Kill me now and Aldous me later. Totally. So, back in the 80s as a kid. Okay, well, I was a kid back in the 70s and 80s. And I used to listen to him out here on 94.7 KMET. That's this little radio station here. This show is usually best on a big giant TV because I get so much crap going on in this room usually. And my cameras are usually pulled back pretty far to kind of capture a lot. But yeah, J104.5 in West Virginia, right on. Well, shout out to J104.5 in West Virginia. And shout out to the 1980s, man, because this show is pretty much about the 70s and 80s where I grew up. And pardon my speech, I was off for the last 3 months because I just had my teeth recently removed. So I'm switching to dentures and getting used to those. So I usually do the morning show without them because the lighting isn't great. I got a lot of hair to cover my face, so I don't usually get too self-conscious about it unless I try to yell or talk too much. But enough about me. Let's hear some more about you. I know enough about Joey right now because, gosh, we're old pals. The Preacher and the Bear was the first wacky song I heard. I love odd music to this day. Oh, great. Well, on that, and this show is all about coffee, conversation, and a few bong hits. All right. So on occasion, I'm going to do a bong hit. Don't want to offend, but I will let you know right away. But you're about my age, so you're like, yeah, whatever, dude. So let me grab a few things real quick that I can share with you, and let me go ahead and switch cameras real quick, and I'll be right back. Check this out. Okay. Ow. So most of my music collection is on records, or on records. So let me go ahead and share with you some of my Dr. Demento records. I have a few cassettes around. I think they're in the van. In the van, dude. I got the Dr. D in the van. And this one is a great one. I don't see the Preacher and the Bear here. Space Invaders. Yeah, there's some great stuff on these. Let's go ahead and put that aside. Put it aside, step it out of the way. This one is a recent one, a recent acquire. I got this one on an eBay store, a place where I get a lot of records. And this one is great. It's just got a lot of old stuff from 1914, 1909. So it's got like early 1900s. And it's just got some great old weird shit. Now this one here, I acquired in a large collection of LPs. I purchased just a huge lot of records, and this was buried in the collection, and I was so happy to find this one. Right? And the great thing about this is it's a huge record set, box set, right? But not only that, it is one of the numbered, signed by Dr. Demento, numbered right? Is that fucking awesome or what? And I've had people on different Dr. Demento groups and stuff go, "Oh my God, that's the early version or something," you know. And I'm like, "Yeah, I was totally stoked to get this." And it's just got so many old fucking jams on here, you know. I mean, it's just crazy the amount of stuff that's on here. Preacher and the Bear. Let me see if I can find the Preacher and the Bear. It's probably not on here. That, to me, that Preacher and the Bear sounds a little obscure. Because I used to listen to it on KMET back in the late 70s and early 80s. Bounced Your Boobies. Ooh, see, another booby song. I'm a booby guy. Santa Claus and His Old Lady, Cheech and Chong, one of my favorites. So this is great. It's a what is it? A 6-record collection, and it's got the 1940s, the 1950s. All right, so we got the 1940s, and we got the 1950s, and we got the 1960s, and we got the 1970s, and the 1980s, and we got the novelty Christmas record. So check that out. Talk about a collection of wacky old tunes, man. I love this collection. It is one of my favorite pieces in my record collection. And my record collection has got to be like, oh, I don't know, 4,000 records. And I only keep about less than 1,000 here in my house. Because I'm in a mobile home, and if I put any more in here, this thing would just tilt. So yeah, that's my little, and of course the record for today is Dr. Demento's Delights, because that was my record growing up when I was a kid. That's the one that we would listen to all the time. So yeah, good old Dr. D. You know, you can still find Dr. Demento. Did you know that? That Dr. Demento is on the internet. He has his own internet where you can join, and if you join and subscribe, you can be different levels of a member, which will allow you to listen to past shows. So you can listen to anything in the archive, and that's pretty fucking cool. So drdemento.com, and I actually have a Frisbee up on the wall. I got to go grab it because it's just one of those pieces of memorabilia that I have from Dr. Demento. All right, so let me go over here, across in front of the camera, foreground. Okay, I'm back. I am back, baby. Okay. Oh, pardon me. What the hell was that? All right. So if you go to drdemento.com, you can become a member, subscribe, and you can listen to new shows because he's still putting out shows, and you can listen to old shows on the archive. Now, dang, that's fucking nice, right? That's fucking cool. So, go check it out. I got a huge collection here of Dr. D, and I can find just about anything that I want at any time. So, I do not subscribe at this point. Besides, I've got so much crap going on in my life, I really don't have the time. Here comes the sun. But yeah, if you want to easy access to Dr. Demento, dude, check it out. Check it out. My father once, when he was at the university in San Diego, he had to make a short little film, using stop motion animation. So he just used his video camera and just did little taps, and we created this little stop motion animation thing where I got to be the star as usual. And this is like 1980, all right? This is like 1980, and we're in Temecula, California. And so he creates this little thing, and it's just a little short, little musical short where these groceries come out of a bag and come across the room and march across the room and jump up onto me and attack me and then devour me, right? And it's called Night of the Living Junk Food, and he uses the song Junk Food Junkie to as the music for this. Gotta go to the Amish shop. Have a good one. Right on, dude. Take it easy. Go help build a barn. Thanks for stopping by, dude. I will do the same. So take it easy, man. Thanks, and stop by again. We're always chilling out here, talking shit. All right, moving right along. It's time to do another bong hit. Coffee is getting down to nothing, and it's getting cold. Totally. So, well, that was really cool because I had been wanting to have a reason to talk about Dr. Demento, which is why I put this record up here, hoping that I could get a nibble. And I got a nibble. So there you go. That's what the record of the day is for, to kind of, I don't know, conversation starter, an icebreaker, right? Totally, dude. So, bong hit. It is 6:45, and it is just about time to say goodbye for the day. I'm trying to limit myself to 2 hours a day on my show so that I can keep the content kind of closer together, keep it tight, right? If I've got too much time, I start to babble about stuff. I try to. What I'm trying to do is give myself enough things to talk about in the morning, so that I don't have to spend too much time talking about me overall. So thank you, Mike, for stopping by so I can talk some more about Dr. Demento. That was great. Oh, there went my alarm telling me that Mom wants to get up, but she ain't getting up now because that is not what's happening today. She's not getting up yet. She gets to sleep in. Ah, see, there you go. We got a sleepy boy, sleepy boy. All right, brother, take it easy, go to bed, have a good night, day, vice versa, and I will talk to you tomorrow. And start thinking co-host. Start thinking Friday morning co-host for the hour 2, where we can have a topic to discuss, and you can kind of be my Ed McMahon, so you're off for the next 3 nights. So then, if you're not busy tomorrow morning, start thinking about that. And if you want, we can just do a phone-in thing, and that'd be cool. That'd be totally cool. All right, man. Peace. Take care. Have a good sleep, and I will talk to you later, brother. It's time for a bong hit. 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 Oh, yeah. Oh, it's my favorite time of the day. Any day I can do a bong hit. Anytime. Anytime. Any day, anytime. Anytime. Right now. That's what I'm talking about. So I'm just gearing up for breakfast. I'm going to swallow some more coffee, do a little bit. Yeah, well, if you want to, then that's cool. If not, don't worry about it. You're the only person that I really know that's up at this time, and that is, aware of what's going on. It's like you're actually up on the show and know what's going on and why I'm here and all of that. So you would be my perfect choice because, the shtick. You know the shtick. And I like the idea of finding some little animation, some little animated character that represents you. And we can just have it on the screen. Even up on the screen behind me. A little animated you sitting up there. Or put you on in a little, put your animated thing, you know, or just set it right here. Put a phone and a picture of your little animated character. Yeah. I'll have to see if I can get Natalie to draw something. It's hard to tap her for help on anything because she's either doing schoolwork or trying real hard to escape it. And working on the computer doing that kind of stuff ain't escaping it. So I'll see. I've been trying to get her to do a drawing of me for about 3 years. Yeah. So there you go. Maybe Music Appreciation Day. I will schedule Music Appreciation Day and have her come out with her computer and have her do some sketches. I can color it, but if she can just do the rough line drawings of what I need, then I think we can work it. We can work it. So we're going to call it MAD, Music Appreciation Day, MAD. And we've got Boy in Me, 2112. That was Tuesday's show. Yesterday's show was Pop Match. Oh, that's a great one. Today is Dementor's Delights. Delights. And we don't know what it is tomorrow. Surprise. And then let's do caricatures. All right, see if we can get Natalie to do some caricatures. That'd be nice. All right. Wow, look at the sun shining on Dr. D. Woohoo! Spotlight, dude. Turtly, dude. Turtly. Oh my gosh. So let's see. 10 more minutes of the show. That's crazy. This 2 hours goes by really quick. It really does. Which is good because it'll give me a chance to hone the show down to just quality programming. As I've stated before, I'm working on 5 boxes to use for the daily themed portion of the show. And of course, each day has its own theme. Movie Monday Memories, Totally Television Tuesday, Old Time Radio Wednesday, Throwback Thursday, and Flashback Friday. So each day is going to have its own box that I can pull items from that we can share together. So this is my show and tell table, and my show and tell boxes will be filled with items from the past, my past, your past, our past, and we'll learn about them. There you go. So that's the plan, Stan. So we're still kind of early on in this first week of season 4. So things are kind of taking off slow, but they're taking off in the right direction. So far, every day I've been able to discuss, not entirely as deep as I wanted to, but I've been able to discuss everything I wanted to discuss. Pretty much. I would like to get more into detail about Aldous Huxley and Tatsuro Yamashita. So there's probably going to be more further discussions on that. When I get finished with this book, I'll talk about it a little bit more. When I finish the movies, we'll discuss a little bit more as well. My phone ain't ringing. People ain't sending me messages. So I know I'm still alive. If people started sending me messages and calling me, I'd think that they were trying to find out about my funeral, really. So, that being said, I ain't dead yet. Well, this has been great. This morning we've been taking a look at a lot of the things from my collection here. A lot of new stuff in my collection, and a lot of old stuff in my collection. Gosh. It's been a great day. I got a bong in here. I better do this before I forget. Yeah. Totally, man. Totally, man. Yeah. Good old Dr. Demento is still happening. And that's pretty cool. So, I am going to, real quick while I'm still on here, go to Well, let's see where it takes me. What? Come on, reload, 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 reload. Oh, man. Oh, that's because I spelt it wrong. Damn it. I hate it when I do typos. Especially on the phone, because I can never punch in where I want to. Okay, let's try that. Hey, there it is. So let me copy the link. And paste the link. There you go. And that's how you find Dr. Demento now. Because, you know, that's one of the things that I'm going to start doing as well, as every time I talk about something on the morning show, I'm going to try to post a link to it, whether it's a .com or another YouTube link, a video or something, or perhaps Facebook or some random website. Okay. I'm only going to post stuff that I've been to, and I know that hasn't fucked with me. Okay, so if I post it there, it's going to be cool, as far as I can tell. I can't guarantee anything, but if I've been to a place and it hasn't fucked with my phone or given me any grief, or I don't do cookies, so yeah, it should be relatively safe, right? There you go. Anyways, a couple of minutes left on the show. Tomorrow we are going to talk about me, some more of me, because it's my show. So if I get a co-host on Fridays, it's going to be so that I've got somebody to tell my stories to, and somebody to ask questions and quiz me and kind of spur me on to talking more about my past. So I'm kind of hoping that because Joey and I are new friends, that if I can get him to be that guy, then that's cool, because he doesn't know too much about me, I don't know too much about him, and we kind of get to know each other, but at the same time, so do you. And you're going to learn way more about me. You're going to learn, probably you're going to learn about his humor. And whatever else he decides he wants you to know about him. And that's cool. I like anonymity. That's awesome. My daughter, she has anonymity. She's never on camera. I don't use too many photos of her. I never press her about it. So I've often asked if she could come sit in here and sit in the room there off camera and talk to me, and she's done it with me a couple of times early on, but Dad's kind of weird, and Dad does weird stuff, and nobody really wants to get in on Dad's weird stuff. So I'm just hoping that because we're kind of new to each other, that it would be really neat to have Joey kind of as my co-host, my Ed McMahon. Yes, sir, you are correct, sir. Tell me about that, sir. You don't say, sir. And how old were you, sir? You know, that kind of shit. That'd work. Today is Thursday, so look forward to Thursdays in the future being anything from discussing records and books and tapes and games and movies and just about anything from the past. Yeah, just about anything. Show and tell. We could do show and tell all week long, but we're going to really, really pump it out on Thursday and Friday, but definitely Thursday. And yeah, we'll just have a whole lot of stuff to check out. Let's see. I think it's about time for me to head on out of here. The sun has completely blocked out Dr. Demento. I'm going to have to kill that curtain at some point. Yeah, did I freeze right there? Yeah, I did. I froze up. So arts and crafts next week. We're going to do arts and crafts. So I'll let you know what we're going to be working on, but we're going to do some old school arts and crafts stuff we used to do when we were kids, teens, things we used to make, things that we wanted and we didn't have, so we had to make them, right? So we'll get into that, and I'll let you know more about what that is later. Okay, well, at this point, I am going to cut it off and say goodbye, and I will see you tomorrow. Tomorrow morning, bright and early, 5 a.m., 5 to 7. That's the schedule. Hey, you know what that means? That means it's time to go, kiddies. I will see you tomorrow morning. Thank you for being here. Be kind to each other. Spread peace and love, not bullshit, but most especially, stay weird. Love ya. Bye.